Good day, everyone. For today's discussion, let us talk about the human environment system.
But before we proceed to our main discussion, let us have first this quote that society shapes nature and nature shapes society. So what is the meaning of this? So, meaning to say, as humans or people are obliged to protect our nature, and nature is also obliged to give our needs. So, maong na interaction or connection between the human and his environment. So this theory focuses on the discipline of geography. Why? Because nakabase nito sa to environment system or the physical features of the earth. So for example, the land and the water forms or the other natural resources. So it also emphasizes the interaction of human and his environment. Maong masud po nato diri ang discipline of sociology. And lastly, anything action we do to our nature is directly affects us human beings. So meaning to say, ug unsa ang atong ihatag sa atong nature, mao pud ang balik sa ato. So kita atong ihatag sa nature, love and care, mao sad ang ibalik ni nature sa ato. But if we give abuse or irresponsible ang atong paggamit sa nature, mao sad ang balik sa ato in the way of like calamities or disaster that we experience.
So let us define each what is human system and what is environment system.
Humans is some of the institutions and activities that make up the man-made society. So, the example like the organization na gibuhat sa mga tao para makaprotekta sa ating environment. Example, the industrial waste management, agriculture, and etc. Environment system. Based on graphical aspects, focus on the biological and ecological system in the planet or the natural system. Example, global weather, landscape, and the biodiversity of the earth. Contour kay naa sa system, sa environmental, ang kalikasan ra ang may control and not may human.
So the human and the environment are inseparable. So what do you mean by inseparable? So inseparable is kanang dili mabuwag. So the human and environment is inseparable. Why? Because we need each other. So kay ang mga humans is ato pa no man is an island. So walay mabuhi na man kung wala ang nature. Kay kita nang ihanan mata sa nature, we need nature to fulfill our needs atong mga panginahanglan sa adlaw-adlaw. And also the environment needed us humans para na ay mag-protect sa iya. Maong ang human and environment is dili jud magbuwag. Human environment system. So the political and economic system in the society generates law that can protect our environment or harm our environment. So naa man jud mga laws nga makaayo or makaprotect sa atong nature. And that we will tackle that later. The context of the law is usually anchored in the production of food by nature to man. The human system has great impact on the state of environment system. Why? Because in everything that human do, possible nga makaharm sa environment, maong dako siya impact kung unsang mga buhaton sa mga tao.
So, they are some of the laws na implement para makaayon sa environment. Republic Act 9003, Ecological Waste Management. Republic Act 9275, Philippine Clean Water Act. There are some harmful sample are naa sa screen. It's the Mining Act, I guess. So makaharm ba yan sa environment? Labaw na landslide. Just because of mining. So the other pictures are human-made and harm the environment.
So the following pictures are the human-made that can harm or affect our environment. So first, we have this deforestation. It can harm, especially for those animals that lived in the forest. Wala na sila'y habitat, wala na sila'y mapuyan, kung ato pa ni siyang buhaton. Next is we have this water pollution. So, ang water pollution also can affect especially sa mga living things in the rivers, oceans, and also it can affect the needs of humans. Especially nga katong nasa dool sa dagat nga ilahang need is or ilahang panginabuhi is mangingisda ra. And lastly, this air pollution that can cause climate change and it will harm to us humans because maglain-lain ang panahon. Just like for example, karon init niya mukalit lang uwan. So, ingan ang example niya. So, that's all for today's discussion and I hope you learned something about it. Thank you!